Hey, what's going on, you crazy kitty cats? It's Elder here. Before we get into the video, I just want to let everyone know this is part of a collab with Swamp Dweller. It was a lot of fun to work with him, and be sure to go stop by his channel, as we read through some really interesting 411 cases individually. I left a link to his channel in the description along with the video. With that being said, today we're going to be taking a deeper look into the mystery of Missing-411. If you haven't heard of Missing-411, it's a series of missing person cases that primarily take place in our national parks. Now I know what you may be thinking, haven't we looked at this before? Yes, but with all the information and theories that my subscribers have come up with, combined with a conspiracy over the entire thing that I wasn't aware of at the time, I thought it was worth taking a second look at. Most of these cases are children under the age of 12 and elderly people. However, David Paulides, the author of many of these Missing-411 case books, claim that just as many prime physically fit people go missing, and that it's generally not a factor in disappearances, rather that it's better to look in similarities rather than differences. Is this phenomenon entirely natural? And if so, why aren't more bodies found? Is there something more sinister going on here? After extensive math in my comments from someone named Negative, we've proven that there isn't a disproportionate amount of disappearances, rather, just a strange amount of people not found at all, and just the strange similarities from case to case. The standard operation for finding these cases are usually community search efforts, along with police efforts taking out search dogs. After 2 weeks of not finding anybody, police generally let up on search efforts, as the numbers are so low to find someone alive after 2 weeks, it's almost not worth searching anymore, at least in the eyes of the police. Looking from case to case, you'll notice some striking similarities. There are many bodies found miles away from where they initially disappeared. Secondly, after the person is found, dead or alive, they are normally without shoes, with their feet normally intact, and receive little help from search dogs. Another interesting piece to the puzzle are just the number of disappearances that happened around the same time. 90% of people are reported missing in the early afternoon. However, Paulides says something more sinister could be going on here, and that not only does the government fail to find these people, but they could actively be trying to obstruct attempts to investigate these cases.
Theories on what could be happening are almost as plentiful as the cases themselves, and explanations range from natural to supernatural. State officials have always stuck beside the fact that they believe no foul play is going on, at least not holistically, rather that people are rarely found just due to the nature of national parks, saying that many of these things are purely coincidental and the bodies found, many of them have either committed suicide or drowned. But many people, as I have said before, think that not only are the police aware of what's going on in national parks, rather they could be the reason you could find this theory on many corners of the internet. But it basically states that there could be an underground operation ran by the government, or at the very least supported by them, that involves human trafficking. Obviously, the government denies this, but many believe it could be happening. There are three main other theories on what could be happening. The first thing is that people say that at first glance is the fact that this could be a serial killer, or multiple serial killers taking the opportunity as national parks aren't heavily patrolled, and it could make for easy targets. The second theory is that it could be wild animal attacks, but with the general lack of bones or blood found, and over half of the bodies disappearing without a trace, this would be highly unlikely, unless something was able to eat the person whole, as to not leave any trace, to which many cryptozoologists say is plausible if something like a Bigfoot were to get a hold of these people. Which brings us to our last theory, people being completely directionally unaware and exiting the massive parks altogether. This could be due to Alzheimer's, a lack of knowledge of the area, or vertigo in general. But children and the elderly getting that far away on their own, it seems almost unlikely. And many internet conspiracy theorists say that alien abductions would fit the bill perfectly and would be a perfect reason why many of these people are found in other places.
In the end, really, it's up to you to make your own conclusion on what you think is going on here. Is this just a strange misunderstanding and coincidence that our national parks are home to some of the strangest missing persons cases? Or is there something more sinister and potentially otherworldly going on here? Be sure to tell me what you guys think in the comments section, and if you have a theory that I didn't outline here. Thank you to the feedback on my first video about this. Some of the math you guys did was honestly kind of inspirational. Huge thank you to Swamp Dweller for being my first guest. I left his channel link in the description, and be sure to go check out his newest video, where we dive in and detail some of the more amazing Missing-411 cases. Thank you guys for stopping by. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. And make sure to click the bell icon if you want to get notified when I upload. Thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Peace.